Alright, so today we are going to be doing a review of my Sony XAV-AX4000. Sorry, my hair's crazy. So before I got this Sony radio, I had a Pioneer, it was a DMH-130BT, which is a Walmart radio, probably one of the, I guess, $200 level radios from Pioneer, pretty much entry level. Somebody stole that, and then I've replaced it with this Sony. Now, what I will say about this Sony is, overall, it is just 10 times better than the Pioneer, and I'll just go over a few features as to why I believe that is. First one being built-in steering wheel controls. I don't know why Pioneer or any of the other head units, at least that I've had, do this, but it actually comes with its own little 3.5mm to 3-wire connection on the back to wire into your factory steering wheel controls. So instead of purchasing a $90 to $120 module to add and program, you can actually wire it directly in. For me, the stock radio came with a upgraded aftermarket version, basically like a premium radio, and it was all color matched with, you know, purple, green, white, gray, and then all the backup camera and everything was labeled as it normally would be with an aftermarket. So for me, it was really easy to wire in, but I'll show you kind of how that steering wheel control works. What you'll do is you'll go in here to System, Steering Wheel Settings. It allows for you can manually program it, or if I'm not mistaken, it will program itself, but I did mine manually, and you can change the functionality of whatever button you want. I mean, I've got voice here, skip forward, backward, volume up and down, answer phone, hang up phone. What I do for the center mode is source. So you basically, with this setup, you will click the button that you want to program, and then you hold down the button on here until it recognizes it. When it lights up with the blue box, that means it is programmed in there. I just think that's a great feature. It's also Maestro compatible, so you want to wire it in and have a little bit more of your vehicle information show up on the radio, it can do that as well. It is a 2-volt outputs on the RCA, but with that being said, so was that Pioneer. This radio is hands down a much better sound quality radio versus that Pioneer. This radio is closer to the $500 range. The Pioneer was mid 200, so you know, you get what you pay for with that. The audio interface is fantastic. It does have time correction. Like I said, it's a 2-volt output, but overall I think it's a little bit over 2 volts. It's not quite. If you want like a 4 or 5 volt output, I think the AX6000 would be the step up you would want to go with. That's about $100 more, retailing around 600 or so on Crutchfield. I apologize, I'm kind of going through this fast. I'm doing this all off my head. I don't have anything written down. I don't have any notes. This is just off of what I know. And there's a lot of people doing radio reviews out there on YouTube, but I cannot tell you how many countless reviews of crappy radios there are. You know, Android radios, this Amazon cheap, this eBay this. And it's like these guys that are promoting these cheap, crappy radios don't realize this is the brain of your system. If you got bad signal and you have bad settings and adjustments on your head unit, you know, you're really not, you're selling yourself short. So another thing with that is all these guys promoting Amazon this and, you know, all this cheap stuff online. It's just like Kicker did with Walmart back in the day. They sell out to these big companies, and really what it does is it turns around and it hurts the mom and pop shops. It hurts the individual owners, because those are the people, you know, that have been in the industry, that have dedicated their time. And you've got these know-it-alls on the internet posting videos of them sitting behind a computer, you know, reviewing stuff and convincing you to spend your money elsewhere. And in my personal opinion, if you're going to start with a head unit, start with something good. You know, a good name brand, something solid. Sony, JVC, Kenwood, which is basically the same thing. Higher end Pioneer, Alpine. Alpine makes some fantastic head units. Sony are fantastic head units. Just don't sell yourself short with that Android crap online. So we'll get into the audio settings here. Equalizer, obviously. This equalizer actually functions as it's supposed to. 50 and 80 literally only adjust the subwoofer. There's no weird button quirks you got to do to get these to adjust. I mean, very minimal changes, you will notice a drastic difference in your sound coming through your speakers. With the Pioneer, it wasn't quite as noticeable, to be honest. You can save 2 presets, custom 1, custom 2, and then you've got all your, standard set preset. Subwoofer level control, obviously, this one has it. Pioneer did not. Up and down, keep it flat. I normally keep mine between 0 and +5. Turn it off as well. Balance fader, very easy layout. Listening position, so you've got your preset, or you can go into custom and do your manual the time alignment, where you measure from your head or listening position that you're setting for to each individual speaker, and it will correct for time delay. Let's see here. Crossovers. Basically, if I've got my high pass at 50 on the front. I'm just a front stage, and then I've got subwoofer, if I'm not mistaken. So it's all pass. I have that filtered at the amplifier. I'm using the crossover on my Stetson 3000. Just overall, a fantastic radio. I'm trying to think of anything else I missed. So with this, I did integrate into the factory steering wheel controls, obviously, and we'll kind of go through a little bit of demo with that. So I've got Pandora playing. This is a wireless CarPlay Android Auto radio. So I'm doing CarPlay right now while I'm filming this, not plugged in directly to the radio. Skip forward, skip backwards, all your basic CarPlay functionality. And then we'll go Pioneer here, we'll go back here. We got also, I think there's a couple games and stuff you can do on this. It does allow you to YouTube music. Unlike WebLink, which is basically mirroring it, I can't do the YouTube directly from, but who cares? Now with the wireless Apple and Android Auto, there's a feature with this radio. It's called LDAC, and what it does is it creates a better quality for streaming or wireless streaming through Bluetooth. So when you turn LDAC on, which is actually a setting that I see when I connect to the radio from my phone, below where it says device, you click on it and you got audio, then you've got whatever below that at the bottom. There's a little LDAC setting. You can turn it on and off, and what I noticed with that, when you turn it on, it basically limits the data that it's sending for, let's say, like the album art and background information. It's just a basic black screen with the name of the song and the artist, and it takes that and I guess would put that bandwidth to the actual quality of the audio that's streaming wirelessly to the radio, which in my opinion, you can actually hear a difference when you turn LDAC on. It's a little bit crisper, cleaner, and you can hear some subtle differences on the higher end of the spectrum, frequency spectrum, and on the lower end as well. Overall though, man, this is a fantastic radio. The only thing I have not, I haven't done anything with the Maestro to show any of my vehicle information here. I did integrate the factory backup camera. I'll pop it in reverse, boom, that's all stock. Like I said, factory steering wheel controls. I didn't have to pay for anything extra to add that to this radio. It's got a little bit of customization as far as the background goes. It comes, I think, 3 different standard backgrounds, or 4. Let's see, black. You got a little red wood grain. You got a gold vinyl, and then a blue like a denim material. And then you can actually plug a USB flash drive into it. Well, I say that. It's a Type-C port on the back, so I have a Type-C to Type-C cable here. But, you get your little adapter. I'm pretty sure you can go through and, if you've got it connected directly through USB, you can upload your own custom picture to the background. Now, let's see if there's any other settings I missed. I don't think I can view rear cam unless, well, actually I can. I forgot. Rear cam is an accessory. So I can monitor my backup camera. I'm in park right now, which is, I forgot I did that, instead of running it off of just the reverse signal. Sirius XM radio, obviously. Most radios are. If you're not, what are you doing? There's your Maestro here. Obviously, I don't have that hooked up. I don't have XM, Sirius XM. Sound system. Let's go back here, see if we got anything else. Turn that system beep sound off. Individually adjust the volume of each, whether it's your GPS kick in, navigation guidance, voice recognition. Key illumination on, driver's position, mic adjust. You can adjust based on your cabin size. I've got my mic centered because I don't really like doing mine by the A-pillar since I ride with the windows down so much. Trying to think what else we can go over with this. That's about it. Like I said, it's a 2-volt. I'd say it's a little bit higher than 2 volts. I have not put my meter on it to test. It's great audio outputs, great customization, great user friendliness. It's a very simple radio to use. Overall, I'm extremely pleased with it. I think maybe later on down the line I may upgrade to the 6000 Sony, because I do want that higher voltage outputs going to my amplifier, especially when I upgrade my door speakers from these CT Sounds to something a little bit nicer. I'm looking at, you know, Focal, and possibly even trying the Sony 3-ways in between, you know, me getting the K2Ms eventually is what I'd like to put in here. But that's pretty much it. This is the Sony 4000. It's a mechless, so it's a single DIN unit. It's very easy to mount. And then this bottom section, I mean, if in certain vehicles you could probably put a pocket up top and have the radio, you know, sitting lower than down here in this like lower area, and you basically have your single DIN opening for a pocket. You will have to customize a trim ring to do that, because some of the side is silver where it would be exposed. But other than that, fantastic radio, guys. If you're going to spend your money on a head unit, do not waste your time or energy or even pay attention to these guys trying to sell you these cheap Chinese knockoff Android head units. Yes, they have Google Play Store, and yes, you can download YouTube and all this stuff, but when your audio quality is literal butt, and you take 20 seconds for every command to actually process through, you know, it's just, you get what you pay for. Stick with a good quality head unit. If you have any questions, or you want any recommendations, or you have a specific budget you're working with, feel free to comment down below and I will help you as much as I can. I do work at a car audio shop now full-time, so you know, I'll do what I can to get you guys in the direction y'all need to be. All right, go in here. All my subscribers, all my viewers. The channel's been growing, so like I said, at 600 subscribers, I'm going to be giving away that Alpine amp that I painted. So y'all tune in. I'm not doing that for clout or, you know, anything. I just want to give back to you guys. I've got some equipment as I upgrade that I'm not using. I'm sure I could sell it, but enough people on YouTube, you know, do these reviews and then, you know, use it to basically turn around and make profit off of selling that equipment they got for free, or selling you an affiliate link. That's not what I'm here for. I'm here for unbiased reviews and to help some of the newer guys get in a better direction for not only a loud system, but something that sounds good sound quality, you know, balanced with loud SPL. So, other than that, have a great day. Appreciate you tuning in to my Abstract Acoustic channel, and have a great day. Have a great weekend.